love you if you don't give in. If those girls were being honest, they'd have been where you're at. I bet they tell you they wish they had their innocence back. Don't you know you're beautiful?
Oh, I see. We were getting ready to start a game, and I noticed that Brandon talks like a complete retard. He goes and he stops and he talks and he stops and he talks and he stops and he talks and he stops. And I just realized it's kind of like he has a little hamster. It goes and 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 it trips and it starts doing spins. And he just watch it. And he finally catches himself and then he starts running again. And he just trips again and starts spinning in the wheel.
Could it be all the soda he ingests? You know, it's like one for each cup.
Well, he just spilled his lemonade all over your stuff. I don't know how much soda he
Yeah,
has. No, you're hilarious, Brandon. Hilarious. You talk and stop and you talk and you
Well,
stop
actually,
and you
it's
talk.
like he's taught some Morse code, you know, with the dot, pause.
You can
Basically,
see
it's-
you can see a little anime too. It's a little hamster going, I'm running, I'm running, I'm running, I'm running, I'm running, I'm running.
You can see it, like, appearing in the little thought bubble above his head.
I don't see a thought bubble above his head.
It's hilarious.
You're
Your
all
little
the
hamster
bird.
spinning. Life sucks. I hate being Brandon. Ah.
Do you hate being Brandon?
You are all going to burn.
Now everybody on Wasteland TV, watch the videos and watch what he talks, and you'll definitely agree with me.
So do you like cock?
You suck.
What does that have to do with anything?
Yay, I'm not being...
So what do you think of the new Player's Handbook, Brandon?
Player's Handbook. You told me this was the new edition of Warhammer. It looks like it sometimes.
Like, what makes it look so Warhammery?
Just the, like, we go back to the classes, description of their abilities.
What do you think of the new Twi'leks? Oh, I mean the
Tieflings.
Tieflings.
Aren't they supposed to be half demons instead of...
Sexy?
If...
Come on, you gotta admit, they made the Tieflings pretty sexy. Sexier than the humans and the elves.
If the elves have always looked weird in the later art, 3rd edition. Or, you know, the halflings.
You mean tall fellows in first edition?
Tall fellows standing on their tiptoes.
No, really, that's a tall fellow's height. They used to have a chart with them.
Sheesh.
Bilbo was a short fellow.
Uh-huh. Yeah, those things do look like, Twi'lek.
Which one?
The Tieflings.
Let's see. Gotta admit that female character is something Robbie would want to play.
It's just like the Twi'leks too, because the guys are still all fugly looking. Yep, they're still making it seem like you can actually fight the dragon and live.
Well, you can play it in a video game.
Yeah. I like how they have a Scion standing right there, but they don't have any Psionics in the book.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's a Scion. Look, he has
Turn it so we can see.
Yeah, he's got the tattoos, the crystal wand.
And just don't. So you're gonna buy into the system?
I don't know. That seems...
You're kind of disappointed as a vet, huh?
Well, the Rangers have lightsabers now, it looks like. They're just taking the whole glowy sword effect and amplifying it, so it looks like everyone's running around with lightsabers.
So they can have Thundar sword. So when do you think they're gonna add Uklaw to the mix?
Well, they have bugbears already in the monster manual. That's close enough. You know.
Does he look like Uklaw?
A little bit.
They don't have barbarians, so we can't have Thundar quite yet.
They already said he's going to be in they're going to be in Player's Handbook 2.
So what's going to be in Player's Handbook 2, they say?
As far as I've known, just I think the classes that were left out: Bard, Druid, Barbarian. I don't know what else.
Cleric? That's a functions like a cleric?
They'll probably, I don't know. Yeah, I love the Paladin's new John Travolta Disco Inferno attack. I mean, fine challenge.
What is that? Explain it to him.
Basically, you choose certain enemy. It's kind of a whole fight me thingy. Except, instead of the person having to like will save or whatever to avoid the effect, he can do it once. But if he doesn't attack you, he gets blasted with radiant damage.
It's not like the Scorpion. Get over here.
No, that's how the original was in like 3rd edition for the knights. They just kind of goaded them into doing it. Now they shoot them with disco lights. It sounds like, Because it's not sacred or holy damage anymore, it's radiant damage.
It's marking him.
Get enough pounds together, you can turn a battle into a Pink Floyd concert.
So, do you need some more time and we can update more on the Player's Handbook next week?
Maybe, yeah. It's a lot flashier.
So we'll stop right here.
Apparently Paladins can be, Chaos Marines.
Sweet.
Dragonic Chaos Marines. Oh, and the Ranger with the lightsabers, glowing swords.
And Hot Chick. So we'll stop here.
Boy.
And till next week then.
Comes in possession of these. He reaches down and gets this pair of boots. Apparently they're not the boots I'm wearing. Something funny, Toad.
Nah. I'm sorry. You just reminded me of a
Oh,
joke.
excuse me a minute. You forgot that.
I'm sorry. It's just the guy in the bar told a joke, and
all this?
it involved the boots I'm wearing. And
Really? What's about them?
he was talking. There was this guy in the bar, and he made this joke about that the boots are wearing can have a powerful power.
How? Maybe you know how.
But to those who can unleash it. But to all those who don't know how, they're only boots.
A horrible joke.
Yes, but it's the way he told it. He kind of he had a kind of emphasis to it, you know? And we were kind of drunk.
Mojo, cone of silence. Comes back with this lampshade, puts over your head. Now then. I've heard of, a member of the Wizards Guild in Port Elizabeth has acquired a tomb that describes various artifacts. Perhaps it will have the keys to unlocking these boots of wearing. That's where you two come in.
Okay, so basically what you want us to do...
Mojo. Silence isn't working. He walks over. Pop, 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 pop. Starts basically shaking it around with you inside. Mojo, enough. Alright. You must find a way into the guild, find this tomb, and bring it back here.
What's in it for us for the tomb?
You will be amply rewarded.
How much? If I'm not part of your guild, I'm not taking that damn stupid tattoo on my ass.
Yes. 1,000 gold, I suppose.
Alright.
May I remove this cone of silence?
I slap him. You're in the cone.
You could have a future here.
Thank you. Don't ever say the black man did it.
What?
He's brown.
Yes. Anyways, this is called the book is entitled the Magic Item Compendium. It was made by some guild called the Wizards of the Coast. Other than that, I'm afraid we don't have much
So is this the Gyrax edition? That'd be a TSR edition.
I'm not entirely sure. Either one would work, I'm sure.
Remember, second and third edition is a big difference.
So these Wizards of the Coast made a tomb that has the way of making a bunch of different magical items in it.
Making, well, perhaps.
Like a catalog?
Something like that.
Or an ingredient book?
More of an encyclopedia.
Maybe it's possibly an encyclopedia crossed with a cookbook, basically, for these kind of weapons.
A cookbook for magic items. Right.
I apologize, but that's the best way I felt I could describe it.
I'll give you an extra 500 if you can find a cone of silence that actually makes them silent.
That's making an intimidation roll.
Technically, I am
Might be a dice, Brandon.
I am only...
Wait.
Who are you trying to intimidate?
Him.
He can't see you.
Oh.
So you can hear the knuckles pop.
Ah, yeah. Yard. Scary.
What is it?
It's 10 plus whatever you got on your
I don't have the sheet.
Oh. That's right, it's right here.
Technically, what would it be?
A level check. You just make a level check to resist those. It'd be a total of 15.
Okay, I just...
Roll in here so I can see. You can't really see it, you just hear popping, so, I mean,
Going.
basically. Anywho, so, off you go.
Okay, master.
You.
Hi, viewers of Wasteland TV. You're here with Aegis 261 looking over the Dungeon Master's Guide. As you can see, the book is hardcover again, like all the other ones. This book goes over a lot of player information, dungeon masters, dungeon master types, something you saw only in the Munchkin book, which I'm quite impressed with this book out of the ones I've seen so far to date. It goes through the different types of players, character types, dungeon master types, goes through how running a game correctly. Just stuff I'm very impressed with this book. And it still has the art that looks like you should be tapping the creature instead of playing it. Tells you what the player should do, how to correct problems, how to keep problems from happening at the table. Stuff like that. Stuff that basically every game, every dungeon master runs into. Argumentative players, argument rule lawyers, everyone. We all try to find ways to fix it, but sometimes it just isn't enough. Goes into running combat, how to fly, move creatures, roles of the monsters, roles of players, different types of levels of creatures, from allies to creatures to PCs, NPCs, all that, traps, hazards, list of spells, treasures, tells you how to run a good adventure, what to look for and not look for, what to avoid even in it. So, viewers of Wasteland TV, I'm quite impressed with this Dungeon Master's book so far. Next week, we'll get a chance, maybe we'll do the Monster Manual or the Player's Handbook. So, in the end, don't take my word for it. Go.
Oh, hello. My name is Anthony Martinez, and this doll is, well, let's call her, let's call her Glitter. We'll give her a good stripper name. Indicative of most strippers, wide hips, good for birthing, as I understand it to be. Decent bust. Yeah, this is your textbook stripper. Small feet. I believe that's prided in the Japanese culture. Yeah, that's about it.
Some other belongings. I mean, I have this dagger. It has a... Just don't kill me. I'll give you whatever you want.
It points down to the pile of gold.
Okay, here. Take it. Okay, now I'll be on my merry way. Okay.
There's a place to take your breath. See how this turns
I
out?
run away.
Reflex save. You trip over a branch. You know, Friday the 13th style.
Oh God.
And in true Friday the 13th style, guess who's right there when you wake up? Get up. You know, looking at you, you know, it's holding the bag, opens it up, basically pointing like it wants you to put more stuff in it.
Okay. I take the sword out, put the sword in it. I take the other dagger. You want the armor? It's magic.
Your armor's ash. Make a reflex save.
7.
And so it's the clothing you were wearing under it. That takes it back and flies off. You also hear this little giggling sound. It's like, sounds of the things laughing at you that you can't see.
So it's Lost, huh, Brandon?
What?
Like in Lost in the jungle?
More. Similar.
So anything you have to say about what you just did to your player? Who was playing a female
Character who
rogue.
was actually good and actually done right and wasn't a mean, evil prick.
That's up to the courts.
Yes. Think of this as your karmic backlash. Like karma, it's built up through multiple lifetimes. This took a few bit off.
So are you proud of what you just did to him?
Oddly, yes. Now I see what all those people on the forums are talking about.
Now you know why I do it.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a game master half the time.
Well, they're finally.
Try to get another Midge Chronicles. Are you ready? Look, man boots.
Never again.
What do you think of it, Brandon?
I choose not to glorify this travesty with action.
Why not? People love you.
Yes, yay.
At least it doesn't look like her.
What the? She got those sunsets last time.
Oh, wow, it took him how long?
You didn't even notice.
You helped him.
Yeah. I'm gonna end this now before something bad happens.
Hello folks of Wasteland TV, we are here today to discuss the Monster Manual. The Monster Manual is a lot like playing Magic. The monsters look a lot like magic. The angels look like they should be enchantments, not creatures in the book. Ooh yeah. Also, they're like fungoids. They're called moloids in the book, but the moloids look a lot like they should have fate encounters. And the creatures in the book resemble so much like magic that it kind of distracts from the whole form of Dungeons and Dragons. Because Dungeons and Dragons was about mythology, fighting mythological creatures, not magic designed creatures like moloids or beetles that should have counters on it that make your blue and white creatures make one less casting count. I'm having a hard time deciding if I should play Magic or play Dungeons and Dragons. The games begin to blur together because Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast are owned by the same company, Hasbro, and so they like having their games streamlined to sell product. We know we need the Monster Manual because you need monsters to fight, brother. But this was definitely not one of the big selling points for me. Big selling point for the book, you need it. You need encounters to run a dungeon. And you need encounters set up for the dungeon. But I don't like the idea of my encounters feeling like I should be tapping mana to bring them into play. So the Monster Manual, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's about an 8. Just because we need it. So folks, until next time. Ooh yeah, brother. Enjoy the Monster Manual.
So Robbie, how does it feel to be sold to slavery instead of dying?
At least I didn't die.
Oh, by the way, back with your character. You're in a boat being sailed across the sea. You hear some shouting above deck, something about Kraken. And next thing you know, you see this huge tentacle smashing through the wall of the bridge. And
Where's that character then?
what?
Where's that character?
Oh, right here.
Wait, we'll reenact this just a minute. Yeah, fill this with water for me, David. So she's at sea. This is Robbie's character. So Robbie, how does it feel to be sold into slavery? Is this revenge for selling out your party from last week?
Most likely.
Okay, there's the sea. Here's Robbie's character. So does the ship sink it? We have to make it small, compact.
Yeah.
Does it sink? Does the ship sink? There you go, Robbie. Now this player point of view becomes death of a character.
2 for a price of 1.
So Robbie, how does it feel to have your character die?
Saddened.
Last thing you see, Robbie, are you tackling shoving you out in the hole and yelling good riddance.
What?
Those are your last words before the raccoon tears you to shreds with its giant parrot-like beak.
What is what?
The halfling shoving you out the hole the Kraken made.
And then good riddance?
Yes.
So Brennan, why did you sell his character into slavery?
It was Richard's idea.
Was it worth it?
It's always worth it.
I wasn't going to say it like that, but
It's Robbie, just admit it, you wanted to do it. We're on a record here, this is what his...
He died in 2
He died like twice yesterday. He died once today already. That's 3 characters in 2 sessions.
I mean, this was like in the first 15 minutes, too. Oy.
To make it even better, on top of Robbie dying, we get to go see Batman. We get to go see Batman after this. So today is a good day. We watch Robbie die and then go see
So do
Batman.
you get to see Batman, Robbie? This is even a better day.
Remember, Robbie's not out, isn't allowed out at night. Remember that? He's
Yeah.
still a minor. He's not allowed to be out after dark. The vampires will get him.
Same as Brandon. Vampires will get him too.
Vampire.
So Robbie, any words you got to share about not pissing off your party to the people on the web?
Don't do it. Because
Why?
then you wind up in an endless cycle of death due to the fact that you pissed them off once or twice or 50 times.
Whose fault is it that you get pissed off?
What's your cleric?
Why I'm saying don't piss them off is because then you wind up in an endless cycle of death.
No, pissing him off repeatedly put you in an endless cycle of death. It's not just the once. We're not made a game. You keep doing it. Like, remember your cleric? I'm a cleric. I'm gonna throw rocks. Ha! Look at that. I'm throwing rocks. I'm the best cleric ever.
Any last words?
No. Geronimo!
no. It'd be more of a...
No.
You see blood pump up?
Yeah. That's what Kraken's saying.
Yeah.
Russ is filming
No.
Robbie.
Kraken eats.
Do you think was it satisfying selling him into slavery?
Yeah, that's what my guilt took me to slavery.
He died at sea.
Did I see?
Yeah, he was sold.
No.
He died at sea by the Kraken.
I see.
See, there's his paper.
You put it in my trash when I take my burrito?
Oh, you finished with it.
Yeah, but you put it in my trash in my burrito, though.
Oh, it's your burrito and Robbie.
Should make a cult of Robbie's dead character. Get them all together, just a cult of Robbie's dead character.
What do you mean, like dog tags?
Yeah, and like basically what it is, they do absolutely nothing except bitch. That's the entire point of the cult, because that's all they ever do anyways.
It's like the gibbering mouthers in here. They babble, and you have to make will say to go avoid going insane every round.
Hey, David, one more thing before we stop. You notice Brandon saved Brandon and Brandon from death.
Only Robbie died. The halflings got to live.
Brandon and Brandon.
Go Brandon.
I thought we were going to name Salt and Pepper.
No, they were Brandon and
AKA
Brandon.
Czar Brandon, aka Robbie number 2.
Whatever.
Wait, they don't get Brandon, but I fed them.
You're sad. I bet you all are wondering what happened to Shaniqua. Well, let me show you. It's not very nice, but I think you all can handle it. After all, we're in the age of horror movies and blood. Oh yes. Don't be frightened now. This is all coming together quite nicely, if you know what I mean. You see? Finish her off very nice. Her flesh cut like butter. Oh yes. Oh yes. If you follow me, maybe next time you might be next in the Midge Chronicles Part 3. Psychopaths and serial killers. I hope you enjoyed the show.
Hello, I love you, won't you tell me your name? Hello, I love you, let me jump in your game. Hello, I love you, won't you tell me your name? Hello, I love you, let me jump in your game. She's walking down the street, blind to every eye she meets. Do you think you'll be the guy?
Yes, people love watching Brandon wipe his nose.
Oh, hush. Alright. So, what am I supposed to be talking about this time?
You're going to give us a brief but yet in-depth interview about the Dead Robbie Club and what you need to join.
If you enjoy it.
Well, basically, we figured that, in our little group, pretty much everyone's, wiped out Robbie as a game master once or five.
Except for David.
Yeah, David.
What? How does it feel? How does it
Part of
feel?
the Dead Robbie Club yet. This is club members only.
Like, what? Shut up! I wasn't even doing anything.
Neither does Robbie.
That's the point. You got to join the Dead Robbie Club. You have to be a dungeon master and kill Robbie. Once, we give you the temporary membership.
Well, Russ told me to do it yesterday, but he wouldn't let me strike him down with divine lightning.
Then, once you kill
But
five,
you weren't a dungeon master.
yeah.
I was.
Then once you get 5 kills, you get the permanent membership, which will
It allows you card carrying.
privileges,
I killed Robbie card.
as well as access to the secret clubhouse. Can't tell you where it is because it's secret.
Yes.
You reach 10 kills, you get the gold membership. That entitles you to, sit in on club proceedings, and give you a voice in the grand Robbie side council.
Where we decide his death for that week.
Yes. Now you see, you gotta make sure nobody tells Robbie this, but we actually plan these in advance using a variety of means to determine his end.
My personal favorite is the bingo way. You put a ball in there, you roll it around, and let it see what's inside of it when it drops.
Yep. That or we just Google search on YouTube, death, and see what video pops up first. Yeah. Now, you get 25, you get platinum membership.
That's where you become you get a special badge you get to wear on your chest.
Uh-huh.
And so far his total death count is 28.
Yep.
And between us we got 27 of them kills.
Yep. So, you get platinum membership. That's an elite thing, it's, you get that, you're pretty much, guaranteed life. We have people, up in Washington and stuff, they're going to see to it that you get, a cushy job, corner office, nice fat bank account. Kind of like the Skulls, you seen that movie? That's kind of a vague reference. Woo.
So we're going to let you go because you're beginning to ramble about nothing.
I'm rambling about. Screw it.
for a girl that could be